Namaste. After taking an introductory look at copyright, so mind you, under IPR, we are into copyright right now. Then we'll go to design, then we'll go to, I think, trademarks, then GI tags, and then we have to discuss about patents, but all only for the purposes of your law entrance, whether it's LLB or a LLM law entrance. We have to cover out the basic MCQs that they ask from IPR, because otherwise IPR is very, very extensive. It in fact is pretty much a 3-year course in its own right. In fact, a lot of institutes that offer a LLM also offer a 1-year course in IPR. That's how extensive it is. So we have to filter out a lot of stuff. So let's start. Economic rights, write this down. So first and foremost, copyright is a negative right, as we have already discussed this quite a number of times. It's a right to prevent others to claim compensation. So copyright is a negative right. Now, whenever we're talking about the economic rights of copyright owners, there are two kinds of rights that we have in the category of economics. So you have economic rights and then you have moral rights. Moral rights we are going to cover in the next lecture. So let's take a look at what exactly is the economic rights, all right? So first and foremost, if we go to section 14 in the Copyright Act, for the purposes of this act, copyright means the exclusive right. So what is the note that you need to make for your exam? This exclusive right is equal to economic right. Write that down. All right. So the economic rights of the copy owner is referred to as exclusive rights in the act. All right. Subject to the provision of this act, to do or authorize the doing of any of the following acts in respect of a work or any substantial part thereof. All right. Now, copyright means the exclusive right. Again, mind you, this is equal to the economic right. All right. In the case of literally dramatic or musical work, not being a computer program. So now the list, write the pointers down. No need to write the exact thing, because you know that's already given in the Bare Act. Okay, so to reproduce the work in any material form, if it is a literally, ऊपर लिख लीजिए note में, literary, dramatic or musical, then you have the right to, as a copyright owner, you have the economic right, you can say, or the exclusive right to reproduce the work in any material form, to issue copies of the work to the public, to perform the work in public, to make any cinematograph, film or sound recording in respect of the work that is your creation, to make any translation, and to make any adaptation. Just write this down. This is a very frequent MCQ related to IPR. So what are the exclusive rights of the copyright owner under the Copyright Act? So they can give you many options, and then वो 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, ऐसे वाला MCQ बन जाता है. तो आपने क्या याद करना है? To reproduce is a copyright, to issue copies is a copyright, to perform the work is a copyright, to make any cinematograph film is a copyright, translation is a copyright, adaptation is a copyright, and all of this is basically a negative right. You are excluding others from doing this. So you can do this, but you are excluding others from doing this, all right? So this is pretty much the MCQ, a very crucial MCQ. Note that down. So abhi tak humne, generally speaking, in the previous 3 lectures of IPR, we have, we've pretty much covered out the, you can say, the general, almost static GK type-ish details from IPR. तो अब हमने ये वाला काम करना, ठीक है जी? तब आपने ये write down कर लिया. अच्छा, for the CLAT AILET people, just hear this through. AILET के लिए pointers note down कर लीजिएगा. CLAT new fact में ऐसा कभी कुछ पूछने नहीं वाले अब आपसे. तो आप सिर्फ सुन लीजिए. कभी लीगल रीजनिंग में कोई क्वेश्चन आ गया, सो this knowledge can improve your reading comprehension speed. That's pretty much it. Rest of the guys, whether you are watching this in the LLM course or the LLB course, write everything down. All right. Exclusive right is equal to economic right of the owner, and write this down. This is, write it somewhere in red. It is purely a creation of statute. So the copyright is not, you can say, a constitutional right. You can not say that it's a fundamental right. Any which way, it's not a fundamental right. It's not any other type of right. It's only a statutory right conferred on the copyright owner only by this statute. All right. So if they ask you a question, copyright is purely a dash right, what are you going to mark? Statute. Okay. So it's only conferred by this act, by no other, basically no other act. Nowhere will a copyright subsist except for this act. All right. Now let us go here. Rights की तो हमने बात कर ली section 14 के अंदर. Now there are exceptions to these rights which are given in section 52. For the LLM people, please write down section 52. This you'll have to read to, because they ask. Right. Section 52 in the Copyright Act. Now for the on the LLB entrance front, no need to remember the section number, but I need to remember, basically I need you to remember a term which is called fair dealing. So it's called fair dealing. The following act shall not constitute an infringement of copyright, namely fair dealing. Now what does that mean? So you can use somebody else's work for criticism or review. So this is an exception to the rights that we have discussed, right? So it's criticism or review of that work or of any other work. The making of copies or adaptation of a computer program by the lawful possessor of a copy. The making, ये actually इसके अंदर ज़्यादा कुछ जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं. No MCQs can be asked. In order to utilize the computer program for the purpose for which it was supplied. So for example, let us say that you buy out a copy of Microsoft Office and then you're using it, and then tomorrow Microsoft says, well, yeah, you violated our copyright. You haven't. You're using the computer program for the purpose for which it was supplied. You can make backup copies purely as a temporary protection against loss, destruction or damage in order only to utilize the computer program for the purpose for which it was supplied. So making backup copies is not infringement of copyright. Using the work, using basically somebody else's work for criticism or review is not an infringement of copyright under section 52 of fair dealing. So YouTube वाले जो हमारे जो भैया और दीदी हैं, ज़्यादातर जब भी copyright strikes come on the channel, they take the defense of fair dealing under section 52. All right. So you can make backup copies. It's absolutely okay. Then I don't think that we need to go here for the purposes of our law entrances. The making of copies or adaptation of a computer program from a personally legally obtained for non-commercial personal use. The LLM guys, please write down this term. LLB guys, just hold on to your horses. कुछ नहीं करना आपने. A fair dealing with the literary, dramatic, or use musical or artistic work for the purpose of reporting current events. So in the purpose of newspaper, magazine or similar periodical. For example, let us say that in the Times of India, Chetan Bhagat's book is reviewed and some excerpts are quoted from the book to show their audience what the book is all about. Is this an infringement of copyright? No. So to report in a newspaper, magazine or similar periodical, and basically for judicial proceedings as well, it's no infringement of copyright if you're just reporting it ahead to another audience and explaining it. So it will fall under what is known as fair dealing. All right. So this basically balances the interests of the public and the copyright owners. Okay. Then write down principle of exhaustion of rights is equal to the right holder can only control the first sale. So for example, let us say that you buy a PlayStation 4 game and or a PlayStation 5 आ गया तो चलो PlayStation 5 game, let us say that you buy it on a disc, and then let us say that it's God of War, the next edition, or Uncharted or something like that, and then presume that you have given this disc to your friend or you have sold it ahead on OLX. Can Sony object to it? No. So they only have, the right holder can only control the first sale under the copyright law. So your rights are limited to the first sale. Uske baad the subsequent sales you pretty much don't have a say, and very frankly, technically it's impossible. They can control it via, the digital processes these days, but otherwise it's no infringement of a copyright. All right. Then we come here in section 2. I have just highlighted adaptation. Just write it down. Adaptation is equal to, under the Copyright Act, in relation to a dramatic work, the conversion of a work into a non-dramatic work, because adaptation के आगे ये MCQs लगा के पूछ लेता है. 3-4 बारी आ चुका है जहां जहां IPR पूछा जाता है. So for the LLB entrance, on the LLB entrance front, ज़्यादातर ये important नहीं है, because I really haven't seen it, but DU has started asking IPR from 2020 onwards. So I'm just making you write down all of this. Very low probability stuff for the LLM guys, obviously write down. Adaptation is equal to, in relation to dramatic work, what is adaptation? The conversion of the work into a non-dramatic work. In relation to a literary work or an artistic work, the conversion of the work into a dramatic work by way of performance in public or otherwise. In relation to a literary or dramatic work, any abridgment of the work or any version of the work. So this is basically a definition. In relation to a musical work, any arrangement or transcription of the work. ज़्यादातर इसके ऊपर बहुत लंबा चौड़ा MCQ नहीं बनता. ज़्यादातर जो MCQ जो मैंने देखा है वो adaptation is in relation to a dramatic work, what? So the conversion of the work into a non-dramatic work, that's pretty much the only thing that you remember. Now, or rather need to remember, special provision regarding copyright in designs registered or capable of being registered under the Designs Act. Now, copyright shall not subsist under this act in any design which is registered under the Designs Act. All right. So another thing that we write, well, now what are these designs? We have to, after we complete the copyright portion in the course, we'll jump on over to the design bit. All right. Copyright in any design which is capable of being registered under the Designs Act, but which has not been so registered, shall cease as soon as any article to which the design has been applied has been reproduced more than 50 times by an industrial process. So, you know, when we're talking about these designs, what a blueprint banate hain. For example, I'll just put a photograph here. So this also can be, you know, you can actually get so you can register such a drawing under the Designs Act. We're not talking about a copyright here. Copyright is a separate story altogether, all right, which we have to see in a lot more detail in the subsequent lectures. This is a design. So what is this saying? And this is specifically on the LLM front. If you have not registered this design, that's okay. The copyright shall cease as soon as any article to which the design has been applied has been reproduced more than 50 times by an industrial process, because these are factory level drawings. So you register them under the Designs Act if you haven't. But if, let us say that you have produced an article, so for example, let us say that, well, this is a remote of my camera that was supplied by Sony. For example, let us say that they haven't really protected this under the Designs Act. So there must have been a drawing that must have been created. So it can't be registered under the Copyright Act. So if this article without registration has been produced more than 50 times by an industrial process. Now, why is this industrial process? So testing नहीं, factory में production हो रही है जी 50 से ऊपर. Such articles have been made thanks to the drawing. The copyright shall cease basically to exist. So the keyword is copyright in any design. Okay, all right. No copyright except as provided in this act. That is what I said, that it's purely a statute. No person shall be entitled to copyright or any similar right in any work, whether published or unpublished, otherwise than under and in accordance with the provisions of this act. That's it. Copyright सिर्फ और सिर्फ इसी act के द्वारा दिया जा रहा है आपको. Alright. So factory level is basically the drawings. Now in the next one, let us come to the moral right, the droit moral, and the other stuff that is there. A lot of stuff is there. Okay, so let's finish out copyright quickly, then move on over to designs, then we move on over to patents, then we move on over to trademarks, move on over to GI tags. Substantial amount of stuff. For the purposes of LLB entrances, we need to cover out this entire thing from the point of view of MCQs. For the LLM, we'll have to cover out a few case laws as well. So case law का आपका section अलग लगा हुआ है in your LLM course, तो वहाँ से आपने काम करना है. And I believe this will be pretty much sufficient prep for the IPR section of any law entrance. All right. Now see you in the author's moral rights wala video. Take care.